Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and let's just take a quick little video here, short little video here, talking about the Gacha revenue report for October. So, I went to go see the Gacha revenue report, and I'm like, okay, it feels like it feels almost super repetitive to talk about this because it's almost the same conversation that we're having again and again and again when it comes to this type of thing, really. Like, we have Love and Deep Space here as number two. Not a shocker, to be perfectly honest. Definitely not a shocker. We have Genshin Impact is pretty high up on the revenue here, and people are saying it's because of Flynn's, which is really funny. It's really funny to me that Genshin has more money than Love and Deep Space. Because of Flynn's is what everybody's saying. Because we already know that the CEO of Hoyoverse and the CEO of Love and Deep Space are very much friends, and the Yan Rao is the CEO for Love and Deep Space, and they were saying that, oh, maybe he gave tips to Genshin Impact. That's why all of the characters that are coming out in Hoyoverse games are like beefy, beefy men. So I'm like, okay, like, I don't really think Love and Deep Space is truly losing out. I mean, yeah, they dropped down 3 million, but they still made $50 million. Like, that is a massive amount of money. I don't really think that Infold is like sweating about anything right now just because they dropped one place down, and they dropped to a game where the CEO is friends with the other guy. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Now, that being said, it would be something, all right? It would mean something if Infold actually lost money this upcoming few banners going into December and going into January, because of course that's the anniversary month. But I highly doubt that's ever gonna happen, mainly because we're gonna have a Silas myth come out, and then we're going to have a multi-banner pretty much right after that, I think, or we're gonna have a solo rerun first, and then we're gonna have the anniversary multi-banner. So there's a lot to come out in December, which I'm guessing is going to be the most money that they're going to make, which is historically accurate if you look at their track record over the past, year. In December, they made 90 million. 90 million in December, which is absolutely insane. And then in January, they dropped back down to like, they're pretty much like their average. I would say their average amount of money that they consistently make is about 48 to probably 50 million, I would say, is like their average. They make, something that is massively impactful during the times when there are peaks. So Nightly Rendezvous and also Silas's second myth ran during this time in December, and then we also had Catch 22 happening here during March, and then I forgot what happened in July. Guys, I forgot what happened in July. Somebody could remind me. But like, July and also April are pretty much like on par with one another. I wouldn't be surprised if those were the months of the myth releases. I could be wrong. But somebody just, let me know. So I wouldn't be surprised if we had another like huge peak come December again. But we can see that they're pretty steady. So even like talks about people not spending as much money and all of these different kinds of things. I do think that maybe the CN player base may not be spending as much as they used to. That is quite a possibility. I mean, even with this multi-banner that has come out, I've already talked about this in a previous video, but we didn't get the 20 free polls. We weren't able to top the charts. But then again, I also think that it might have just been a lot of bad timing. Everybody was saying that the anniversary run for HOK had happened during Zane's new myth banner that had released, which is why we didn't get any free polls for him. And then now they're saying that HOK is also having their 70th anniversary for their game, and they're also releasing a PC or console version of something, so there was a lot of hype and whatnot. So there is a lot of talk on that majorly massive game, which completely makes sense. So it does make sense that Love and Deepspace isn't topping the charts in the App Store over on the CN side. So it really is hard to tell whether or not they're genuinely losing players. It's very, very possible that CN Lovelies are possibly just not spending as much, or they're not, as invested as they were before due to lack of spice or anything of those, anything of that nature. I think it's possible. I think it's not a huge, a huge assumption to make. But I also saw some people talking about something that is currently happening in CN, which is some sort of drama with like celebrities and whatnot. Some celebrities who have caused a little bit of drama over there, causing the whole outlook on the celebrity side to be very negative, or at least there's a very upsetting tone when it comes to celebrities. And I don't know if it's necessarily towards idols or anything like that. Let me actually double check. The conversation was actually held over on my Discord under a specific post in the Goblin Dropbox. Let's see. So there was a scandal apparently there. There was a recent case about the dark side of their specific entertainment industry. So it's possible that because of that, and then with tandem to the release of the multi-banner talking about idols and stuff like that, the CN Lovelies didn't feel like, it was proper timing or whatnot. It felt more like really bad timing for the idol banner to come out during this time. You know what? I don't want to like say 1-to-1, but maybe it's like one of those like a super expose, like everybody is really bad or something like that. Let's see. I considered making President Dropbox a heavy triggering topic. Oh, it might be a triggering topic. If you guys are gonna look into this by yourselves, I would caution you to be a little bit careful, since something might be going on in CN in terms of the CN stuff. I don't know what exactly is happening. I'm reading comments right now. That's why I'm not showing my screen. I'm reading comments talking about the controversy that is happening in CN in relation to celebritydom and, all of these different things. So very interesting. And then that in tandem with the idol banner probably didn't, sit well with a few people. So maybe, who knows, maybe that is also another reason why we didn't top the charts this time around. It's a lot of hearsay. There's no hard proof or anything like that. But I do think that Infold is basically doing pretty well with Love and Deepspace. Even though the numbers had dropped here, it's not really a significant loss. A significant loss is like dropping 15 or like 20 million or something like that for the company. Considering that, if they went down to like 30 or 20 million only, I would consider that a major boycott had happened or something. But this is nothing. To be perfectly honest. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I wanted to make a little comment on that if people were wondering what I thought of the Gacha revenue report in terms of Love and Deepspace. And yeah, alrighty everybody, if you like this video, if you like this video, leave a like down in the comments below, and if you want to hit that subscribe button, I would be forever thankful. And also, if you would like to join the Discord server, go ahead and click the link in my bio. Alrighty everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye bye now!